Okay, Shalom Akim. I give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakadash. All right, double honors to the apostles, great millstone, elders of GMS. All right, salutations to the Akim. Let's continue to push this work. People of Negro Indian descent, the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, I got another one for you. This is Phil Lynott. You know, I'm old school. I listen to all kind of music, all kinds of music. Well, a lot of people should be familiar with this guy. Older guys, Um, even a few that were born, probably in the late 70s, early 80s, um, should be familiar with the group Thin Lizzy. This is my shit, man. This is my band, right? This is my boys right here. Spirit just led me to pop and do some digging, That's how the spirit is. And here we go. Phil Ferris Leonard. Okay, it says was an Irish singer, musician, and songwriter. His most commercial successful group was Thin Lizzy. Boys are back in town, boys are back in town, sings that song. Well, then again, most simple minded Negroes don't listen to a wide range of music where we got to remember the Lord scattered Israel amongst these other nations. And not all Israel going to look the same, but this guy isn't a white boy. He's just real high yellow. It breaks a lot of hearts where, you know, I'm sure a lot of so-called white men would be like, oh, man, they probably start rejecting this man now. But he's actually a so-called black man. All right, just high yellow as hell. All right, but anyway, he was the songwriter. He was an Irish singer, musician, and songwriter. His most commercially successful group was Thin Lizzy, of which he was a founding member, the principal songwriter, lead vocalist, and bassist. He was known for his imaginative lyrics contributions, including working class tales and numerous characters drawn from personal influence and Celtic culture. Okay? Lennox was born in the West Midlands of England, but grew up in Dublin with his grandparents. He remained close to his mother, Philomena, throughout his life. He fronted several bands as a lead vocalist, including Skid Row alongside Gary Moore, before learning the bass guitar and forming Thin Lizzy in 1969. After initial success with the Whiskey in the Jar, the band had several hits, and it goes through a little bit of his history. Where's it at? Hold on, let me find this. Let me find this. It's gonna break IUIC's heart, man. It's gonna break a whole lot of those other IUIC, ISUPK. That's totally going against the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. These groups are totally against the scriptures, man. Totally against the scriptures. You want to talk about that leaven? They're leavening a whole lump. you know. Let me get back. Let me read this scripture. You know what? No. Um, Early life was born in Hallam Hospital in West Brunswick, England, and Christian in St. Edward's Church, Selly Park, Birmingham. His mother, Philomena Leonard, was born in Dublin. Oh, good Lord, somebody's calling me. And his father, Cecil Paris, was from Georgetown, British Guyana. Philomena met Paris, who had moved to England to seek work in Birmingham in 1948, and they were in a relationship for a few months until Paris was transferred to London. Shortly afterwards, Philomena found she was pregnant, and after Leonard was born, she moved with her baby to her home for unmarried mothers. That sounds like an Israelite living under them curses, right? In Selma Park, where he was baptized on September 4th. I mean, all the characteristics of an Israelite, right? You see that. Philomena subsequently moved to Manchester, but stayed in touch with Paris, who helped pay toward his son's support. She subsequently had two other children who were given up for adoption, though he suffered no serious racism. Wow, you see that? though he suffered no serious racism, why would a white boy be facing racism in England? Think about it. Oh my God, this was really going to break them IUIC's heart, especially ISUPK. Them some dark spirits, dark, deep, evil spirits like lurking within them fools, man. Though he suffered no serious racism, Leonard felt different from his schoolmates and was more self-conscious, which he found was itself a reason to be proud. Isn't that beautiful? Israelite foreigners. That's why we always, when we begin a lot of videos, we always, send our peace and blessings to a whole group, a range of Akim, and not all of them going to look like me or Wesley Snipes or the host of other Akim that are out pushing this truth, pushing the truth of the Bible. Israelite foreigners, we always send a shout out to them along with women. It's a beautiful thing to be in that spirit of a true brotherhood, because you're out looking for a true brother, the true brother. And even though it's a rare thing to find, Leonard first attended school in Mossad, Manchester, 1957, due to accounts of racism and Leonard being mixed race. His mother sent him to live with his grandparents. Frank and Sarah Leonard and Dublin, Dublin was important as the presence of Frank gave him a father figure for the first time in his life. His mother stayed in Manchester and remained close to her son. She later took over the management of the Clifton Grand Hotel in Whalley Range with her partner Dennis Neely. And I'm gonna stop reading there. I gotta read the scripture first. I'm not sure if it was that John. Oh, here we go. John 7:24. Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment, And those idiots, we've been seeing it for years how they would literally turn a Jake away, from the truth and condemn him like he's a heathen, man. And they're going to get judged for that, They're going to get judged for that. They're going to get straight up judged for that. The Most High is going to, like I said, man, you don't want to fall into the hands of the living power, because he has his ways of correcting your ass or judgment, putting you to death. Because that type of work caused division, it causes division and not just that, you scattering the sheep, these people got blood on their hands, man, blood on their hands, you know. So that's why we strongly stress, you got to separate yourselves from these people because they're not in their right mind. Just think about it. Just think about that those demons that's breeding that type of division. Here the brother here he may look like Bruce Lee, but these demons were calling him a heathen and rejecting him. You know, you're just as guilty, just as guilty, just as guilty. All right. Another scripture. It says, was it Samuel? 1 Samuel 16:7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth. The Lord is spiritual. It's a spiritual thing. You got to learn how to see things spiritually. And if you're not that, man, you're seeing things spiritually on the left-hand side. For man looketh on the outward appearance. For these fools, 2/3, the wicked looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh unto the heart. Here you go. Let me close it. Let me finish the rest of this here. Let me get to the rest of this. This the group then Lizzie still. Leonard, that's him. Then Lizzie's de facto leader he was also the head, was composer or co-composer of almost all of the band's songs and the first black Irishman to achieve commercial success in the field of rock music. The first black Irishman. Black, not Black people in Ireland, black African people have lived in Ireland in small numbers since the 18th century, that's totally wrong. They are mainly concentrated in major cities and towns, especially in the world. Anyway. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. You know, that's the spirit, man. That's the spirit. But this is the guy here. This is him right here. Listen to some of their music, man. This boy he got some skills. You know, you see that nappy fro? You see that nappy fro? Thin Lizzy, baby. Shalom.